Happy evening, children. Now, in this session, we will continue with the uh, parallelogram, proving one of its properties, namely, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. We have already seen the proof by activity. Now, we will see the logical proof, or it is also called as the theoretical proof. We will see how theoretically it is proved. In theoretical proof, we make use of already established facts to prove the present one. So we will see it. See, there is a way of writing it. Logical theoretical proof of the theorem. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. This is a theorem which we are going to prove, but logically, theoretically. In theoretical proof, there are some 5 components which are statement. The theorem, what does it say? The conditional clause and the result clause. Result clause, conditional clause are there in that statement. Then given, which is the conditional clause. What is given in this one? And then to prove, what is the result which is to be proved using already established facts. It's to prove. And then construction, any constructions needed in the proof of the theorem. And then the fifth part is the proof, how we proceed, place our arguments to prove it. So this is a highly, logical way of proving it. Let us see how we write it. First, we will write the statement. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisects each other. This is the statement which we are going to prove. What is the conditional clauses? It is about the parallelogram. The context is the parallelogram, and it is something concerned with the diagonals of the parallelogram. Okay, the diagonal, one diagonal bisects the other, and the other diagonal bisects the first one. So this is what it is. So first parallelogram ABCD we are taking, mathematically we will have to name it. So we are taking the parallelogram ABCD and let O be the point of intersection of the diagonals as shown here. So now we will have to prove that diagonals bisect each other. Means the diagonal AC bisects the diagonal BD into 2 equal parts. Means BO should be equal to OD. Similarly, the diagonal BD bisects the diagonal AC. Means AO equal to OC. So that is what it is to prove that the diagonals bisect each other. Means OB equal to OD and OAC equal to, this is OB, this would be equal to OD, and OA should be equal to OC. Means O is the midpoint of both the diagonals. Okay, so we are not having any construction on this problem. So, but it is a necessary component in some of the theorems, in proving some other theorem, not necessarily in this one. So proof. Let us take the triangle ABO and COD. These two triangles we will take. So we have taken this triangle which is marked ABO, the other triangle which is marked as CDO. These two triangles, we are going to see that these two triangles are congruent. Just by saying these two triangles are congruent, we will be coming to the conclusion that the corresponding parts of a congruent triangles are equal. Thereby we will say that BO should be equal to OD and AO equal to OC, being corresponding parts. So how we are going to prove these two triangles are congruent? So we have some certain axioms to prove that two triangles are congruent. Theoretically, we have some 3 theorems and axioms. We have a axiom called angle, side, angle. 2 angles are there and the included side. If there is a correspondence between 2 angles and one side of one triangle with the other, if there is an equivalence relation, then you say the 2 triangles are equal. So we will make a table like this. We are using the ASA congruence theorem. So angle, side, angle. That is what we are going to establish between the parts of this triangle with this triangle. So triangle ABO, triangle CDO. These are the 2 triangles. Now we are going to see, this is the thing, we are using the ASA congruence conditions to prove it. So first what we do is, we will prove that one side of each triangle, both the triangles are equal. This side AB and this side CD AB is this and CD is this. These two sides are parallel sides, opposite sides of the one pair of opposite sides of the parallelogram. Okay, so this triangle side AB and triangle side CD are basically the pair of opposite sides. Since we already know that opposite sides are equal in a parallelogram, it is already established. So we can make use of that concept. So by that we can say AB should be equal to CD. So we are making use of that established fact. AB should be equal to CD. Okay. So now we'll have to prove some correspondence between the two angles which form in this line. So in this triangle, now we will take this N-shaped line segment, we'll move it down. Just after moving it down, we see that AB and CD are opposite sides of the parallelogram. Therefore, they are parallel. So that's marked by the arrow. These two are parallel. So when these two are parallel, taking the diagonal BD as transversal, we can say the angle B and D are equal, being alternate interior angles. Okay, since AB is parallel to CD, these two angles should be equal. So in the picture, we will just mark them with blue color. Here, these two angles are equal. So this one, for this angle, we are writing it here. Angle ABO. Instead of ABD, we can write ABO because O lies on ABD. So we can just also write ABO is equal to this angle BO is CDO. Instead of CDB, we can write CDO. So that is what written here. These two angles are equal. The result is you can either state this one. Since AB parallel to DC, taking BD as transversal, angle ABD equal to CDB. Instead of ABD, I can write it as ABO because O lies on the line BD. And angle CDB can be written as angle CDO. Angle CDO because O lies on the line segment DB. Okay. So this way, this alternate interior parangles theorem is made use of in equating these two angles. ABO angle, this B angle and the D angle are equal in the two triangles. One pair of angles equal proved. We have one another pair of angles to be equal. Corresponding angles are to be equal. For that, we will take the other way. We will take BA, C and D. This way we will take it. So that I have dropped down here as you have seen the animation. So here again AB and CD are parallel lines. Since these two are parallel lines, taking AC as transversal, you can say angle ABC or ABO should be equal to angle DCA or you can say DCO. These two angles are equal. Why these will be equal? Because these are alternate interior pair and AB and CD are equal. There is an already established theorem on this. Therefore, these two angles should be equal. We will mark it in this triangle also, in the figure also, in the parallelogram also. These two are equal. Therefore, now these two triangles, two angles and the included side are equal. So we are using that ASA in this condition 2 is mentioned here. You can either say it as AIP, alternate interior pair of angles. That result we can say BAO equal to DCO, means this angle equal to this orange color angle here. Both the triangles, they are correspondingly equal. So here in this figure it is A and C. So we can now make a congruence relation. If we are writing this triangle as ABO, ABO is parallel to angle A. In this figure A it is that it is equal to angle C here. Therefore first we are starting the second triangle. Angle A corresponds to angle C here. And then B, in the first triangle angle B, this is equal to angle D. Therefore B should be equal to D. In place of second angle, we are writing D. Then O are there. Therefore the two triangles are congruent. When two triangles are congruent, we can always talk about the equivalence of the corresponding parts. Here we will take the side OA and OC, which are OA, first and third letter, C and O, third letter in this. So OA equal to CO, and the second and third letter forms BO, means this side BO and OD. These two are equal. Okay. So this is by the fact that corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, which is abbreviated as CPCT. Being corresponding parts of congruent triangles, OB should be equal to DO and AO is equal to CO, which is the requirement of to say that the diagonals bisect each other. So this way we have two theorems. Let us end here. Thank you.